Hi, this is Mrs. Knopf, and today we are going to continue working in our method book on the trumpet with line 28, Jingle Bells. So we have 4 lines. This is the longest tune that we've done so far in this book, and we're going to look for patterns to help us get through it. So we start with our treble clef at the beginning of each line, and then we have our time signature. We are in 4/4 time. The top number tells us how many beats are in every measure. The bottom number gives us the value of the whole note. Even if we don't have a whole note or whole rest, we use that information to figure out the value of everything else. So if the whole is worth 4, half of a whole is a half of 4 is 2, so the half notes and the half rest get 2 beats each. Then half of a half is a quarter, half of 2 is 1, so all of the quarter notes get 1 beat each. And then we start with the first 2 measures having the same note. We have E, first and second valve, and we have a 2/4 note, half note pattern for 2 measures. Then in measure 3, we keep that E, move up to an open G on the second line, skip down to open C, 1 line below the staff, then D is 1 and 3, and then a half note E followed by a half rest. In the second line, we have Fs on the first space. We have 4 of them in the first measure. The next measure has 1 F followed by 2 E's, a quarter note and a half note. The third measure of the second line has an E, 2 D's, don't forget to kick out that third valve slide, then back to an E, then a half note D followed by a half note G, which is open. The next line, I hope you've noticed, is exactly like line 1. So when you learn line 1, you learn half the song. So we're going to skip on down to line 4. The first 2 measures of line 4 are seen in the first 2 measures of line 2, but the last 2 measures of line 4 is where we have something a little different. So we're going to start there. So the second to last measure, we have 2 open G's on that second line. F is first valve, that's on the first space. Skip to a D just below the staff, and then we end with a half note open C followed by a half rest. So make sure you start each note with a T sound and let the air carry the sound through and interrupt with the tongue. So I hope you're able to keep up and play along, and we're going to get started. There we go. 1, 2, ready. And that's it for Jingle Bells on the Trumpet. I hope you're able to keep up and play along. If you are able to go faster, that's great. If you need to slow things down a little bit or maybe work on a couple of measures at a time before you can put it all together, that's fine too. Work at your pace. But I hope you found this to be helpful, and we'll see you next time.